Congratulations. If you are watching this, that means you have passed. Ooh, 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 ooh. Congrats. Congrats on the healing you have done. Congrats on the different perspective you see. Congrats on the abundance of love, the abundance of joy, the abundance of prosperity, the abundance of richness, just a rich life. I'm feeling a rich life. If you clicked on this video, you are aligned with a rich life. You are aligned with the rich frequency. And rich doesn't always mean the money. Yes, that's a part of it, right? But it's rich in feeling, rich in experience, rich in life. Like you have everything you want and need. Not just financial. You know how many millionaires have all this money and they feel miserable, right? You actually are aligned with what you love. And that's the richest thing you can do, the richest place you can be. So congratulations on the alchemy you have done. Congratulations on the healing. Congratulations on the growth. Because some people allow the hurt and the pain to keep them in that low. They keep them in, when they say it make or break someone. Some people let it break them. Some people let it make them. You decided to let it make you. You decided to let it change you for the better because ultimately you know that nothing lasts forever. And you understood that, if you continue to steadfast on the path of love, abundance, truth, high vibrations, divinity, even dwelling into your shadow, even dwelling into the hell of your mind and into the chaos, the unconscious parts, the parts of us that when we think about it, we wince. You looked it in its metaphorical face and smiled and hugged it and understood it. You understand darkness so well because you've been through a lot of pain yourself. And no one deserves to feel pain. You deserve a life of love and peace, right? But using that pain as a catalyst for growth was the best thing you could have done because that was magic. That was alchemy in motion. Whether you realized it or not at the time, that was the reason why you are so great because you dwell so deep into the underworld or into the shadow so much that you have alchemized it into a way of light. You alchemize the darkness into light. And you combine not the darkness with the light. I'm hearing you have a great balance of energies. You have a great balance between your dark and your light, your masculine and feminine energy, no matter the gender. You're very tapped in with all aspects of yourself because you understand that the point of it is to be whole, not to fragment and pick and choose what you want to be, but being the whole thing. I think a lot of times people can sometimes get lost in the illusion of separation, or we get into these identities, these egos, and we think that that's us. And another reading I watched, it was talking about unbecoming, and I think this is prevalent here. You was unbecoming everything that was programmed onto you. You unbecame everything that someone told you should be. You decided to, what you said, what, I am not this, I'm not that, I'm not this, I am that I am. You are you. The best thing you can be is yourself. So you had to unbecome aspects of yourself so you could truly be your real self. Parts of yourself that wasn't truly yours but was told to you a story. And I find this so fascinating because this is like the magician. This is the magician in tarot. The magician alchemizes things, transforms things, transmute things. It's also the Fool card. The Fool is blind faith. But blind faith isn't blind. Faith is belief. Belief is knowing. When you know something, it doesn't matter what your reality physically looks like because it's as above, so below, as within, so without. This is the Hermetica, right? If you really tap into the innermost aspects of yourself, you understand that in order for a tree to go to heaven, its roots must reach down to hell. And that was from the big CJ, Carl Jung. So you may be into this, you may be into psychology, you may be into analytical psychology, you may be into connecting psychology to spirituality. You may be a polymathic dialectical brain where one A person who can see multiple things and connect them even if they don't presumably have a connection. You may be into philosophy. These are confirmations. You may be into history and learning. You may be into yourself. You may be focused on yourself. You may be always trying to change or changing and shifting. You always may be in shifts and being in these luminary spaces. Hecate is prevalent. Kalima is prevalent. Destruction brings change. Destruction to build something new. That's what I'm feeling. Tower moments is prevalent. You maybe been through a lot of tower moments or chaotic situations where things destroyed. You may be into, you like the phoenix rising from the ash. Dragons are prevalent here. These are all confirmations to show you that you are on the right path. Take it from me. I have been through a lot of suffering and pain, but I realize those things are necessary. It's like pressure out of a diamond, right? And I know that's a little cliche, but that's just that's the truth. It's like you sometimes you need that pressure. Even a seed underground is under pressure when it's growing its roots. It's under pressure before it can really blossom. It has to push through the dirt and push through all this pressure. And then once it does, it gets the fruit. It gets the fruit. It gets to blossom. Another reading I watched was talking about blossoming. You may be blossoming. You're in the blossoming season. It's like a flower. You're blossoming. Finally. And your roots are very deep, though. Your roots, there's certain plants that take years to grow because underneath it's creating a whole network underground, a whole root system underground before it grows. So you're in a system, you were in a part of your life where you were growing your roots very deep and strong. And the better the foundation, the stronger the building, right? So your roots are so strong that you are so strong now. Again, roots got to go to hell before the tree goes to heaven, right? So you're connected with yourself on all aspects and all facets, and just be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. Maintain it. Do not self-sabotage. Try your best not to self-sabotage. Do not put yourself in situations where people can don't allow anyone to undo the new you, right? You're like a butterfly. Don't go back into talking and interacting with caterpillars or people who are underdeveloped, who haven't faced their own shadow, who haven't done their own shadow work or their own light work, and they can sometimes project onto you. I know what that's like. Feeling like no one really understands certain things, and they are unaware. So give grace, but also give space. Two things can be true at the same time. So I appreciate you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you resonate. And Divinely Modified, I'm out.